Hey guys, Dr. Rebecca Warren here, and I wanted to jump on really quick and talk about your health while on birth control. I've had a lot of women that have come in to see me that have been put on birth control because of hormone issues they've had. It's cycle issues, whether anxiety, cramping, pain, headaches, acne, really birth control. I want to be clear here, birth control is a medication, and every single medication has a side effect. And it's really important to understand what the side effects of birth control are, because a lot of women are surprised when they come in to see me that that long list of symptoms that they've acquired over the years is because they were on a medication that has synthetic estrogen and shuts down the body's own ability to make estrogen. Fake bleeding is not the same as real bleeding. When you are menstruating naturally, when you are ovulating naturally, there's so many things that are influenced from your thyroid to your adrenals, to your liver, to your bone health, to your brain health, to your gut. So much is influenced by having a natural cycle. And I say this over and over again. Your cycle and ovulation has way more to do than just getting pregnant. I have heard young women say that their doctors, they go to their doctors and they don't have a period. And the doctors say, well, do you want to get pregnant? And they'll say no. And they'll say, well, then what's the problem? There's a major problem, because our uterus and ovaries do so much more than just carry babies. It is so vitally important for your overall health. So I wanted to come on here and I wanted to share with you guys what I would do if I were taking birth control. So it's really important to understand what happens inside your body when you're taking birth control. And so I'm going to share with you guys some of the top things that I would do if I were taking birth control. I do want to share, the reason why I'm sharing this is because this past week we had a practice member tell us how she had originally gotten on birth control because she had really painful, heavy periods that were just horrible. She was getting cysts. Her doctor put her on birth control, and after years of being on birth control, she started to develop cysts again. Before coming into the office, she tried getting off birth control, just stopping it, and she said the pain and bleeding was just so horrible that she thought she was always going to have to be on it. She came into our office. We started detoxing her and coaching her on how to eat, and she came back and told me that she has, she got off birth control and her cycle came and went with uneventful. It was an uneventful cycle, which I always say your cycles should be uneventful, and her IBS is cleared. And I asked her, I said, why didn't you tell me this before? And she was just like, well, I just wanted to make sure. I couldn't believe it. I get it. But guys, if your body's created to heal, it's going to heal, and it is created to heal. So this is what I would do if I was taking birth control. The first thing I would do is I would start taking some methylated B complex. So the first two things I would do is start taking methylated B complex and a complete mineral complex. So I love methylated B. We use Moore's by Systemic Formulas. It's liquid. I love taking liquid supplements instead of like little capsules. And I do complete mineral complex with Designs for Health. The reason why you need to take a B complex and why you need to take minerals is because it is a known fact that birth control causes nutrient deficiencies. You are going to be low in these things, and the tests that I keep doing on these women, this blood work, I'm seeing that they're low. They're low because birth control affects the gut. It affects the gut. It causes gut permeability, so you're not going to have adequate levels of those. So I would do more. And so the reason why I say methylated B is because it's really important that you're not taking in synthetic B. 50% of the population has an MTHFR gene mutation. And what does that mean is if you're taking in synthetic B, which is folic acid instead of folate acid, then you're going to have a serious toxicity issue. So we always go with methylated. So those are our top two things. My next thing is getting on a spore-forming probiotic. I just mentioned that we know for a fact that birth control is going to cause gut issues. But it's not just gut issues that it's causing. It's not just constipation or IBS or sensitivity to gluten and all these things causing thyroid issues, it's important because guess where a majority of serotonin is made? Serotonin, mental health and wellness, a majority of serotonin is made in the gut. So gut health is so vitally important, not just for mental health, but for overall health. So I take spore-forming probiotics. I take Mega Spore Biota. The reason why I do spore-forming probiotics is because this, as a spore form, it's actually going to survive the digestive tract so that it's intact so you can get all of the really good bacteria. I would recommend getting on a probiotic to really support your gut health. Also, I go between probiotics and fermented foods. So I don't stay on probiotics for a really long time. You don't want to mono-inoculate your gut with the same bacteria over and over again. And truly the best place to get your probiotics is through fermented foods. So that's the thing. The next thing I would recommend, the fourth thing I would recommend is taking either a DIM or taking eating more sulfur containing foods or taking a sulfur supplement. We love broccoli for our stabilized sulforaphane supplement. It has active ingredients that you get from cruciferous vegetables, and then DIM from Designs for Health. That's what we use here in our office. So why take these? These are very powerful supplements that come from food that help with methylation. So methylating out bad estrogen out of the body. So really it's detoxing bad estrogen and helping to balance your hormones. And my final thing I say, those four things are if you're on birth control, but I always say that if you're going to get on something, a pill for some problems or symptoms, it's so important to get down to the cause. You've got to get down to the root cause. Why were you cramping? Why were you having this breakout in acne? Why were there cysts? Why were you having fibroids? This doesn't just happen. Regardless of what you've been told, the body creates those symptoms because there's a hormone imbalance. When you balance your hormones, you get well and those symptoms change. And that's what happened with our practice member, the first story I shared about how she was able to recently come off birth control and not have any pain or heavy flow because she balanced her hormones and is detoxing her body. So that's what's just really important. I think if you make a decision with your general practitioner to come off birth control, the biggest problem I find is that there isn't any guidance on how to detox and really reset the body after taking birth control. And so it's so important to detox at a cellular level. And I'm not just talking about milk thistle. I'm talking about really detoxing the body. And in our office, we do it in different phases. And again, getting down to the root cause. The reason why I see so many great results is because I don't treat symptoms. And so when it comes to your body, see your symptoms as road signs. See it as, okay, if I had this, what is my body trying to tell me? And there's a lot of resources out there, guys. The Taking Charge of Your Fertility book. There's a lot of really great articles out there about thyroid health, with your hormone health. And so just be knowledgeable and feel empowered that you don't have to be in pain and suffering. It is not normal to have severe symptoms during your cycle, and you don't have those symptoms because you have a birth control deficiency. So that's what I have for you guys today. Make sure you share this video. You never know how far-reaching this could be for someone who's suffering with hormone issues. I will say every time we do an informative video like this, I get so many messages of people looking for answers or asking questions or leaving comments, and I love that. So if you guys have any questions for us, leave a comment, and I'll see you next time.